Hey guys, in this video I'm going to share a very valuable lesson for those that want to learn how to help other people. Well, there are many paths to making a difference in our world. A few possibilities are working in a church or a synagogue or a mosque, being part of some type of religious organization, whether it be volunteering, whether it be becoming a pastor, a preacher, or a teacher. That's certainly one path. And then there's another possibility. It could be becoming a therapist, a psychologist, a social worker, a life coach, an addiction counselor, and doing work every day to impact other lives. Now, I believe sometimes when people become priests, they're dedicated in their lives to doing that. They give up many things that would seem pleasurable, whether it be lots of money or it be other types of things that you get from certain positions. But the reason many go into that field is it's a calling. It's something they know they have to do. It's a gift that they have with people, and they know that God has put them here on earth to fulfill this gift. And I believe becoming a therapist or a social worker or a psychologist or a life coach, in many ways it's the same. You're doing this so that you can touch other people's lives, that you can be there when people are at their weakest and hardest place in life. And your gift becomes very valuable because when someone is really struggling, when they're having a rough time and they come and they talk to you, you are the person that can help guide them as they work through the issues. I've had people in my own life come to me that wanted to end their lives, or that had just went through huge traumas, whether it be having a relative with severe terminal cancer, or having a loved one in a psychiatric hospital, having a relative die. All of these situations, people are in a very traumatic, tough place, and you are given the gift of being the one to encourage, inspire, and help them through a very scary, sometimes dark time. And this is a gift, and it has to be used as such. In my own life, I have bipolar, and when I was younger, I went to many therapists, and some didn't seem to have their heart in it. They were willing to say negative things or put me down, and it took until I found someone really great that could listen and guide me, that allowed me to make the transition into rebuilding my life. And what I learned from that is I wanted to eventually learn how to do the same thing. And I went to school for many years, and I studied for a long time, and I've worked for a long time, over 15 years, helping other people. This includes lots of training and studying and being willing to be there when people need them. And I think that that is the kind of decision you have to make. Are you doing what you're doing because you're dedicated and it's a calling, or are you searching for something? If you're searching for something, whether it be money or prestige, maybe this is the wrong calling and wrong field for you. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be a social worker, a therapist, or counselor. People in this world, we need all types of professions, because if everyone is the same thing, there won't be enough people to do the rest of the work and the rest of the things we need as a society. But if you are someone that wants to help other people, I encourage you, because what I've learned is when you finish a day and you've touched lives and you've helped inspire other people, you have this feeling of joy and peace and serenity. And when it is your calling, you know you're doing the right thing. And any obstacles or challenges you face will give you the strength to keep going. So I'd love to share, my little brother just died this year, sadly, of a heroin overdose. I did try to help him and work with him, but he wasn't willing to make the changes. But I have created this new book to teach his life and to teach the lessons I've learned about addiction and mental illness. It's a great book for anyone that wants to be in the helping field or has a loved one with addictions, or even if you yourself have addictions, whether it be to food or drinking, smoking, sex, gambling, drugs, or anything else. It's a really wonderful book that inspires and encourages people. You can find it on Amazon.com. It's called Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin. That's Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin, and it's a great book. You can look up my name, Blake LeVine, or just type in Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin on Amazon and find the book. I also do coaching. You can find on my website at bipolaronline.com. And if you believe you want to go into these fields, learn as much as you can. Read books. Read about this profession. Watch videos. Learn and decide in your heart if you know this is what you're called to do. Because if you are, we need you. We need the next generation. My mom was a therapist. My grandmother was a psychic. It took me a long time till I was ready to know that this was what I am here to do. but we need the next generation and the generation after that. So I would love you to look at the book, Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin. You can find it on Amazon or my website, bipolaronline.com. And thank you. I wish you much blessings and success in your journey. I hope one day you reach back to me and you say, hey, you know, years ago I watched your video and now I'm a social worker, or now I'm a psychologist, or now I'm a teacher. And it was because of the inspiration I felt and heard years ago that I went into that field, and maybe one day you will be touching lives and helping others. So I want to thank you so much, and I wish you great joy and success in everything that you do.